Hi, everybody. Wanted to give you an update. Thank you so much for all of the help. I do have media coming to meet with us here at about 2 o'clock Central Time. So the truck arrived. I'm going to give you a little bit of an update, though. I sat with the resident this morning just to, again, get all the details. So originally, when she booked this and she got the quote back in April, the quote was just a little over 3,000. In June, she paid them an auto payment with ACH out of her checking account, $1,000, and then they asked for another 2,000. So she paid that. They showed up one day late to pack her. They just had like a rented truck and they were supposed to bring moving supplies. They brought a box, those boxes like that were Home Depot branded. And then she said the tape just was not like Scotch tape or anything. And she asked like the Scotch tape brand, she's like, where did you get that packing tape? And they said, we went to Dollar Tree. They had no bubble wrap for all her Waterford. They had no garment bags. She said they just kind of put all her clothes in boxes without any wrapping or anything. Then before they even would load the truck when at her place that she was living in St. Paul, Minnesota, they asked for $8,000, which she doesn't want her son to know, but her daughter-in-law does and is tracking all this. She wrote it to the moving company name, and then now they can see on the back of the check, where it was cashed, and it was endorsed by a man. So that was kind of interesting. This morning, I called the Nashville non-emergency number because last night the movers had reached out to the lady. It was before my video went out there and said, we'll be there on Friday and we need you to have $3,044 in cash. So keep in mind, she's already given them over $11,000 and now, so another three. So we're almost at $15,000 for a move out of a 720 square foot apartment. So I called the police because it just made me nervous, her having all this cash on her. What if the movers or these people just show up and take the cash and leave? So the truck arrived this morning. It's just a rented like Ryder truck, and there's just two guys. And I mean, they're probably the 10th people that have touched her what am I saying? Her belongings. But all her stuff was it was loaded first in the truck, and there's all these other people's things. And so they made her pay. Her son was here. She paid them, and now they had to unload the truck of all this other people's stuff that's sitting on the street in front of our community, and they're bringing her boxes in. I'm going to show y'all. They're all smashed. It's pretty crazy, but I don't think these guys, I don't know how involved they are in this whole scam or whatever it is. But when the police were here, they said this is not a criminal issue. This is a civil issue. They said it would be criminal if she had paid and then never got her items, but she got them. And because it all originated in St. Paul, Minnesota, that is where the civil charges would need to be filed. I was honestly a little disappointed, I'm going to tell you, in the Metro Police. I thought they were not overly friendly. I mean, they were just kind of matter of fact. And I mean, I get it. We're not trying to make friends with them, but she was already pretty fragile this morning and tearied, and that just did not help. But we made sure that we understood, and I just explained that it was a lot of cash, and they said, yeah, I mean, technically they're still delivering a service. So it was 3 police officers and a detective, but just one officer pretty much talked. So just wanted y'all to know that. Also, they said, I told them that I had reached out to the media, and they were like, we don't recommend that. They said, you do not need to name the company because they said I would be sued for defamation. So I'm not so much, the company, it's terrible. I just want others to know that this goes on and this doesn't just happen to seniors. It happens to a lot of people. I've had a lot of comments on my video. They're saying, oh, this happened to my mom. And this is not an unknown scam. A lot of the media that's gotten back to me has said the same thing, but we do have a local news channel 5 here in Nashville that will be here shortly. And my resident, so sweet, she is pushing through her tears today. They are still unloading some of her final things, but she's going to go on camera. So I'll be sharing all that I can. Sorry for the long update, but just trying to cover my bases. Thank you.